Los Angeles before?
This would be my second time going for like camp wise, but you know, for like vacation wise or anything else, no, I haven't been.
Yeah, because you went in high school a couple years ago. Was that in Los Angeles too?
Yeah, it was pretty much in the same place, but like different gyms, different hotel, all that.
So what was it like the second time around doing it as a college player?
I mean, first off saying I was honored to be invited to it because, you know, not everybody can get invited to such like a big camp like that with all basically like all NBA Hall of Famers and former NBA players, like, you know, NBA players today. I mean, the atmosphere was great. Everybody wanted to work hard. Everybody came in. There was no complaining about, you know, oh, I want to go home, just want to be up here for the gear and all that. It was just, you know, a working atmosphere, and that's something I like, and that's something I'm ready for in the future.
Mike Anderson texted that you said you were playing on the same team with Durant and playing against LeBron James. Is that right?
No, I didn't play against LeBron. I mean, we got to talk to LeBron the first day. I got to play on the team with Kevin Durant, like one of the days that I was up there at the camp. It was a good experience. He gave me, you know, a good feeling of playing like on the NBA level, basically. I mean, and Kevin Durant, I was in shock when they first said I was on his team, but then, you know, I had to get my mindset back to where, you know, I wanted to work and become, you know, a good player at the camp and, you know, come there to impress, basically.
How much better do you feel as a player after experiencing the camp?
I mean, I feel pretty much the same. I know I have a lot of work to do because it was at some point in time at the camp where, you know, I wasn't doing too good, but then, you know, I got it together close to the end. Playing with Kevin Durant, it showed me that, you know, hard work pays off because he's a hard worker and he's one of the greats.
Is there interaction with some of those guys that kind of stands out to you?
Interactions, we really didn't have that much interactions. I mean, it was some that came in, they were in the workouts with us. They was giving us pointers with, you know, certain skills and certain things that happen through the process or, you know, going through like NBA process and all that. But pretty much, you know, same reaction that they always do.
When you were on Durant's team, were there some other NBA players on the team? Or was it just Durant and you college guys? Or?
Well, the first day it was just Kevin Durant. The next day it was Bradley Beal and Devin Booker, and I was on the team with Bradley Beal and Devin Booker. He was on another team, and then there was another NBA player there. I forgot what his name was. He played for the Lakers, and it's just that they were all on, you know, the teams of the campers, and all the campers were, you know, getting an experience of playing with an NBA player and feeling like. And getting the feeling of how it feels to play, you know, like on that level, basically. Did
Durant give you some good passes, or did he just shoot the whole time?
I mean, he gave me passes. You know, I set a screen for him. You know, but other than that, he just basically did what Kevin Durant does.
Yeah. When you picked, did you roll and he hit you or anything?
No, not really.
Yeah, you had pretty good positive reviews coming out of that. I mean, just how overall good do you feel about your performance?
I mean, I feel good about it. I mean, I could have did better. Basically, I could have, you know, came out a little harder than what I did. But, you know, I feel that I went up there and I did what I had to do.
Summer workouts with these guys, what have you seen from your new teammates?
I've seen that we got a lot of dogs this year. I mean, they're going to come in, they're going to impress. Basically, like, they're going to come in with the same mindset I had last year. And they're just going to come in to be ready to play.
You know, you were one of the you know, you guys had some newcomers last year, but you had 6 seniors and some other experienced guys. This year, you're one of the oldest guys. I mean, you and Adrio played. You played the most minutes of anybody coming back. I mean, what do you think about having 9 or 10 newcomers if Khalil gets cleared? I mean, what do you think about having this many newcomers?
I mean, as long as they come in ready to work and be able to, you know, go further than what we did last year, it's all good with me.
How serious are you about improving your, like, extending your range and improving that?
I mean, I'm real serious about it because, you know, I feel like I have another level to get to besides the level I was on last year. I mean, I can't stop where I am now. I gotta get better as the days go by.
How much stronger are you, do you feel this time as compared to this time last year?
I feel like I've, you know, gained a decent amount of weight than what I did last year. I mean, I'm getting stronger. I'm getting, you know, more comfortable with my game, you know, becoming to where I can come out beyond the three-point line and attack the basket and whatnot. But I'm just real comfortable in everything right now.
How much weight did you gain?
I'm around 230, maybe 236 right now.
And what did you play at last year?
What I played at?
Yeah, like what was your weight last year?
My weight was, the highest I got was 235. The highest I got before I left for our summer break was 238.
So what would you like to play at this season?
238 and around 240. That would be a decent size for me.
How much work have you had to put in to get to that level you need to be at to help carry this team this year?
Non-stop. I have to work myself to exhaustion, and that's coming from a great player, Kobe Bryant. I mean, he worked himself to exhaustion, so I see in my eyes I have to do the same thing to be able to become, a great player just like him.
Who were some of the? I know they had a pretty impressive list of big men. Who were some of the guys that you played against? You thought, were good competition for you?
Basically everybody. I got to play against Bobo. He's a decent player. He's becoming to be the player that everybody's expecting him to be. He's growing into his body perfectly and everything. And then there's Tyler Cook from Iowa. He was my roommate, and he basically had the same mindset as me. We both came in. We both were ready to work. We pretty much didn't complain at all the whole time we were there. And it was another big man, Eric Pascal, I think that's his last name. He plays from Villanova. Yeah. And we make jokes about him being a national champion and all that. But he's a great player, and he's going to be one of the greats if he makes it to the next level.
Well, what facility were you guys playing at where you had the games?
I really don't know the name of the facility, but it was a big facility, and it had a lot of crazy things. Like it had a volleyball place in there, it had like a soccer field in there, basketball courts. Like you go upstairs, it was like game rooms and everything in it.
I saw they listed you at 6'10". Was that bare feet or socks?
Yeah, I had shoes on, but there's no telling. It's like all kind of things that messes up.
Did you think you're 6'10" or you 6'11"?
6'10", 6'11", pretty much whatever they measure me, I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah.
How about your wingspan? Is it I think you said 7'2" or 7'4"?
It was 7'2" last year, now it's 7'4".
So what do you get from, I guess, just picking those guys' brains that play all over the country and go to a camp like that? What do you take away from picking those guys' brains?
I take away that they keep a mindset of, remaining calm, because, they go to places where, they might be hostile places, it might be, calm places, but they just go there and they keep their calm and they're ready to work.
Are there any other SEC guys there?
I seen John Petty and the other player from Alabama also.
That's somewhere where a writer, I can't remember his name now, but he talked to a GM. He quoted an NBA GM anonymous, Jeff Goodman, and he said that you dominated. You were swatting everything, and you were switching on the guards. And did you happen to see that tweet? And if so, hearing that an NBA executive said that, how does that make you feel?
I mean, it makes me feel good, but I mean, seeing that makes me want to work harder, because I want all of them pretty much saying that about me. But 9 times out of 10, I'm really not worried about that right now. I'm just worried about, the season, what's, ahead of us for right now, ahead of the Razorbacks.
How do you feel like your summer went overall, like leading into the camp and then coming back here for the start of school and workouts and stuff? How do you think your summer went?
I mean, I took it for granted, basically. I really didn't do that much before I went to the camp. So, like, the first day there, I was basically out of shape. So I had to get back to, the shape I was in, to where I could run up and down the floor, because I was real gassed. I was running like I was an old man out there the first day. But, I got back used to it, and I just, played like I always played for the rest of the camp.
You just want to take some, kind of get away, or?
No, basically I was just being lazy.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not kidding? You're being serious?
No, I was dead serious. I was being lazy.
Okay. The coaches didn't get on you? Because you went through workouts, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But, it's like, you go through a couple of days, you're not doing workouts and stuff, and then you play one day, you kill one day, and then you go to a camp, you think you're about to do that, and then you get there, and it's basically not what you expected.
As much as you played last season for a freshman, did you think you maybe need a little bit of a break?
I might think that, but to be honest, I really don't even think I need one. I just need to, maintain my work ethic. If, I slack in any area, I'm not going to be able to get to where I need to be.
Yeah, we're just kind of being a kid. What are you, 19? How old are you?
19.
So you're just kind of being a 19-year-old in the summer?
Basically.
Yeah.
You said you got some dogs with you right now. I mean, what have you seen from each guy or a couple of those guys that have showed out, for you this?
I mean, I seen the mentality for them just to be able to come in and work. Like their first week here, they came in, they were getting in the gym during the nighttime. They were coming in like at 10 o'clock at night. It was like Isaiah Joe, and then the big man, Ibby, he came in with Isaiah Joe. They would get in the gym. Reggie Chaney would be in the gym, Desi Seals. They all have that mentality to work, and they all have the mentality to get better. So we're just gonna see what happens when the season gets here.
How about Adrio and Gabe? Those are two guys that are returning with you. Have you seen some progression in them?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of improvements, especially in Gabe. I mean, Gabe, he came in, it was a bit of a slow start for him last year, but he got used to it, and he's getting more comfortable with this program and whatnot. And Adrio, I mean, he's a non-stop worker too. He basically has been working on his shooting. He's been working on attacking the basket, hard and not going inside basically.
You comfortable taking on a leadership role, being one of the older guys?
How about taking on a leadership role?
Well, yeah. Are you comfortable doing it? Have you done it, and are you comfortable doing it?
I mean, I'm comfortable doing it, but I let Adrio take it most of the time. When this is my time to step in to try to be a leader, I step in, but I just lead by example. Basically.
Well, last year you guys had a lot of great three-point shooters that helped open up the inside a little bit. Are you confident that you guys will have enough shooters that teams won't be able to just collapse on you inside?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at one. I'm a three-point shooter, but yeah, we have some three-point shooters this year. I feel Joe especially. I mean, he comes in and he has a shot that's basically unguardable. He shoots, and it's basically cash ball every time. That's basketball slang, but we have Desi Seals. He has a three-point. He's had a three-point on him also, and we got a lot of other ones too. It's just that it's been so much we've been doing. I haven't really been focusing on the three-point. I've just been focusing on us coming in, working hard, and getting something good out of each day we get in the gym.
Do you really see yourself taking some threes?
I mean, I will if Coach Anderson let me. But I mean, if I do, hopefully it goes in. If it don't, then I won't shoot in the threes, for the rest of the year.
Just how ready are you for school to start and the seasonal? You guys will be doing workouts, and not too long before you start getting into regular practice in October. And how ready are you for all that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready for it, somewhat. But getting ready for school and all that, just walking around campus and seeing all the new faces and stuff, it makes me feel good because we're not the only ones up here anymore. During the summer, we was just here and it was hot. And, we walk into class every day. Not seeing that many faces, it was like a ghost town. So seeing all the kids up here getting ready for school, getting used to their schedules and stuff, makes me feel good because it's gonna be a good year because all of them are gonna be coming to the games, and I like the energy that they have.
How eager are you to play with Jalen Harris? He seems like a guy that really wants to put you down.
I mean, like in pickup, he does funny things like where if a big man runs, he screams out loud in the gym. He says, I'm going to reward my big man if they run. So playing with a guy like that, it shows that we're going to be a great team this year because we have guards that can get into the big man and, facilitate. Like we had last year, we had guards that facilitated last year. So we have another guard that can facilitate, and honestly, he's going to help like the young guards come in and try to walk in his shoes also.
Yeah, he's the only guard you have that's actually playing Division I basketball. I mean, how concerned are you about that?
I mean, I'm not really concerned because they're going to come in and they're going to basically work, so I'm ready for it.
You feel like these freshmen are ready to, follow you and your lead?
I mean, yeah. I got a lot of hope in them. If, they don't, then I'm going to get on to them. I mean, you can't just come in and think it's going to be easy. You just got to come in and be ready to work for it.